Let's start chapter 1. Women Doctors. For hundreds of years, women were banned from being doctors and were not allowed to join medical colleges. It was no wonder then that some fearless women dressed up as men just to get trained. Many years ago, a woman called Agnodice from Athens in ancient Greece disguised herself as a lad to study medicine. When challenged by male doctors, Agnodice owned up to being a woman and was put on trial. The penalty was death. It was an open and shut case. After all, Agnodice could not deny that she was female, could she? But then something amazing happened. Agnodice's women patients came to the trial. They protested that they wanted a woman to examine them, and they forced the judges to spare Agnodice and let women study medicine. Although many people believe that Agnodice's story is just a legend, one woman really did make it as a doctor in disguise. Her name was James Barry, or that's what she called herself. James Barry was a quick learner and became a doctor at the age of 17. She spent 50 years as an army doctor and filled the top job. But after she died, her secret was revealed. Britain's top army doctor was actually a woman named Miranda Barry. Helped by friends, brave Barry disguised herself as a boy to learn medicine, and she went on wearing trousers for her whole life. But what about women who want to become doctors without dressing up like boys? Well, now they can, thanks to a fearless former teacher from the USA, Elizabeth Blackwell. Elizabeth vowed to become a doctor after watching her best friend die of diseases. Her friend begged to see a woman doctor, but there were not any at that time. Elizabeth applied to go to medical school. They turned her down because she was a woman. School after school turned her down, a dozen in all. At last, in 1847, Blackwell started lessons at Geneva Medical College, USA. She had only been allowed in after a vote by the students, and they had thought it was a joke. At first, the local people and even some of the doctors were so amazed at the idea of a woman medic that they refused to talk to Elizabeth. But her determination and hard work won them over, and in 1848 she finished her course and became America's first woman doctor. She had come top of her class. Now come to word meaning. Disguised means changed appearance to hide identity. Owned up means admitted. Open and shut means case where there is no doubt. Spare means not punish. Now come to comprehension exercises. Here you have to answer these questions orally. This one you have to do yourself. Now come to B. Here you have to take the correct option. For hundreds of years, women were banned from being doctors. James Barry was a quick learner and became a doctor at the age of 17. Elizabeth vowed to become a doctor after watching her best friend die of disease. Now come to C. In this, you have to answer the following questions. This one you have to do yourself. Now come to learn words. Come to hey. Here you have to match the following words with their meanings. Forbidden means not allowed. Jest means joke. Permitted means allowed to do something. Masquerade means to disguise oneself. Sentence means punishment. Election means making a decision by voting. Previous means something that used to be. Dissent means disagree with. Now come to B. Collective noun. Collective noun means it is the name that is given to a group of people, animals, or things. Now, in this, you have to complete the following words by using the words from the box. A bunch of grapes. A crew of sailors. A sheaf of wheat. A fleet of ships. A pride of lions. A school of fish. An atlas of maps. A congregation of worshippers. A parliament of owls. A flock of sheep. A little of piglets. A band of musicians. Now come to learn to talk and listen. So here you have to tell what you want to be when you grow up. You have to discuss your ambition with your classmates. Now learn to write. Here you have to imagine that your best friend has sent you a birthday present. Then you have to write a thank you letter to your friend. Now come to activity. In this, you have to make a list of some well-known doctors of your city, and you have to find out their contact numbers and addresses. Children, we all know that the doctor who treats teeth problems is called a dentist. Now, orthopedist treats bones. Neurologist, it's a doctor to treat nerves. Cardiologist treats heart. Let's come to this poem. The cock is crowing, the stream is flowing. The small birds twitter, the lake doth glitter. The green field sleeps in the sun, the oldest and youngest. are at work with the strongest. The cattle are grazing, their heads never raising. There are 40 feeding like one. Like an army defeated, the snow hath retreated. And now doth fare ill on the top of the bare hill. The ploughboy is whooping anon anon. There is joy in the mountains. There is life in the fountains. Small clouds are sailing, blue sky prevailing. The rain is over and gone. This is the poem written by William Wordsworth. Now come to word meaning. Grazing means eating grass. Retreated means to move back. Twitter means sound of birds. Prevailing means existing in particular time. Now come to comprehension exercises. Here you have to fill and write 5 more words from the poem that have 2 consonants at the beginning. Circle the letters that stand for the consonant sounds. The, crowing, stream, flowing, small. Now come to B. Here we have to complete the table of rhyming words. Flowing, crowing, growing. Twitter, glitter, sweater. Prevailing, sailing, mailing. Defeated, retreated, heated. Hill, ill, bill. Grazing, raising, chasing. Youngest, strongest, furthest. Now come to activity. What makes a place beautiful? The natural things of place make it beautiful. Write about 5 things that make a place beautiful. List 5 things that make a place dirty and ugly. What can we do to make our places beautiful? This one you have to do yourself.